For centuries, the Netherlands has been a top exporting country that has plied the 7 seas with its products. The capital city, Amsterdam, owes its unique appearance to the flourishing world trade in the Golden Age. The Dutch are still a seafaring nation. The port of Rotterdam is the world's 2nd largest, although many products also go by air and road. The Netherlands is a logistics hub. The country is the gateway to Europe. The Netherlands has a very international outlook. The Dutch speak the languages of their trading partners. Thanks to its vast agricultural knowledge, its fertile soil, and the quality of its agricultural produce, the Netherlands exports all over the world. Despite its small size, 300 kilometers by 200 kilometers, the country is rich in plant and animal products, such as livestock, meat, poultry, and eggs. The Netherlands exports around 3/4 of all its meat from poultry, pigs, calves and cattle. Its livestock is also in demand in other countries. For example, of all the Dutch pigs, 40% go abroad and 60% are processed in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is the world's largest exporter of eggs. It's also a major producer of breeding material for the breeding and livestock industries. The Netherlands produces what customers want in a wide range of countries. The country makes efficient use of its space. The dairy sector uses the fertile meadows. Sheep and lambs graze on the dikes. Other kinds of livestock are usually kept indoors. Dutch livestock farmers are well-trained, progressive operators. They usually specialize in one kind of livestock and know a lot about the growth, health, and welfare of their animals. Due to its efficient, innovative farming industry, the Netherlands is one of the world's leading producers of livestock, meat, and eggs. The Netherlands also owes its position in the world rankings to strictly controlled production chains, good government organization, and a progressive approach in the field of science and research. A number of sector organizations represent the interests of the livestock, meat, and egg sectors, such as the Dutch product boards for livestock, meat, poultry, and eggs. A product board supports the relevant industry. It carries out tasks that the individual businesses or their sector organizations are not capable of undertaking themselves. The Product Board is a collaborative association of employers and employees from all branches of the sector, working in the interest of the sector as a whole. The Product Board has been granted statutory powers by the government. It collects compulsory contributions from its members in order to fund a range of activities in the interest of the sector. For example, in the field of quality or animal disease prevention. The Product Board is run by employers and employees. They decide jointly on its tasks and funding. The Product Board operates at all stages of the production chain, from farm to shop. The Product Board for livestock and meat works for the cattle, pig, calf, sheep, and goat chain. The product board for poultry and eggs is active in the production chain for poultry, eggs and poultry meat, rabbits and fur animals. The activities of both product boards lie in the area of animal health, prevention and control of animal diseases, employment, food safety and food quality, research and innovation. The product boards therefore help the industry to operate successfully. The product boards are the initiators behind the Dutch IKB quality system. The Netherlands was the first country in Europe to develop such a system of integrated chain management. The IKB scheme establishes guarantees of quality, food safety, origin and production method. The product board also maintains contact with authorities and organizations in export countries. This ensures that Dutch suppliers know the exact specific veterinary requirements of the consumer countries and that they can meet the requirements in full. A production chain involving so many people, businesses and organizations can only function with a strict system of careful checks and procedures. The Netherlands has such protocols and a faultless system of tracking and tracing. As a result, the country has acquired a worldwide reputation as a reliable supplier of high-quality animal products. Production methods in the Netherlands are transparent and guarantees are issued from stage to stage. The whole process is monitored in turn by agencies such as the Government Inspection Service, the Dutch Food and Consumer Product Safety Authority. The production of livestock, meat, poultry meat and eggs in the Netherlands is governed by four main themes: food safety, food quality, animal health and animal welfare. Tracking and tracing is the connecting thread that binds everything together and guarantees cohesion, transparency, safety and quality. The codes on the packaging make it possible to identify which animal the meat has come from. Here, the trail leads to a Dutch veal calf abattoir. The Netherlands is one of the world's leading suppliers of quality veal. Every carcass, or part of a carcass, has a unique code. The code is linked to the calf's ear tag. Every animal has its own unique code from birth. The veal calf industry has an identification and registration system. This I&R system records the calf's lineage and the entire course of its life from birth. It also indicates what the animal has eaten and what its health status is. All of this information is recorded in a central database. When a calf is slaughtered, its ear tag is scanned. This code stays with the meat from this animal. This makes it possible to give watertight guarantees with regard to food safety. This system is subject to permanent supervision by independent authorities on the farms. In the calf sector, for example, inspectors collect calves' urine in order to check for prohibited or undesirable substances. Checks are also carried out on the use and recording of medication, such as antibiotics. These checks take place in all sectors. In pig meat too, food safety is guaranteed via the tracking and tracing system and the I&R. The Netherlands is a major producer of pork. An important aspect of food safety is hygiene. Strict hygiene procedures are followed on pig farms, in abattoirs, and in meat processing plants. The egg sector too has a proven tracking and tracing system. Via the code on the packaging and on the egg itself, it's possible to tell exactly where the egg comes from, the country, the hatchery, and the type of housing system. The broiler chicken industry also has its own registration system. As a result, we know exactly where the animals come from. Starting in the hatcheries and breeding farms, all flocks of birds and their movements are recorded, so that in the event of a disease or another emergency, action can be taken immediately. In all sectors, forms with food chain information are used. On these forms, details of age, use of medication, etc. are entered. The farmer sends the forms to the abattoir in advance, so it has all the information straight away. The Dutch Food and Consumer Product Safety Authority monitors this. If a small country wants to supply major customers, meeting specific needs in multiple countries, it needs to produce exactly what the customers want. The shape, cut or color of the meat is very important for some countries. Abattoirs nowadays are delivering more and more custom-made work in the form of refined, consumer-ready products. The abattoirs require their suppliers, the farmers, to work in accordance with the principle of integral chain management, or IKB in Dutch. This quality system has been the gold standard since 1993. It gives guarantees as to quality, origin, and methods of production. IKB products come from farms and abattoirs where there is independent inspection of feed, the use of medication, prohibited or undesirable substances, hygiene, and transport. Almost 95% of Dutch farmers comply with the IKB system. A point of special interest in the Netherlands is its approach to Salmonella. The country is leading the way in Europe. For example, the poultry sector has official legislation governing the compulsory control of Salmonella and Campylobacter. Checks are carried out at every stage of the production chain, in the hatchery, on the breeding farm, and on the poultry farm. Using a variety of different sampling methods, such as the wearing of special overshoes, the poultry farmer carries out systematic checks for contamination. Poultry feces stick to the overshoes. The feces are then tested for diseases in the laboratory. In addition, the feed is tested for Salmonella. Finally, the meat is checked as well, both in the abattoir and in the laboratory. Checks upon checks. This is how the Netherlands guarantees food quality and food safety. On the farm and in the abattoir, specialized vets play an important role. They check the health of the animals and advise the farmer. Procedures in the hatcheries, where the chicks are born, are very hygienic. health monitoring, preventing and detecting animal diseases, curing disease, and guaranteeing health and quality are given top priority in the Netherlands. Healthy animals are the basis for a healthy and safe end product for the consumer. Before the chicks arrive at the poultry farm, the entire poultry house is cleared, cleaned, and disinfected. The liners underneath the chicks are tested for the presence of pathogens. Every 2 weeks, the vet visits the farm to check on how the birds are doing. He takes blood for the purpose of health tests. Every Dutch farmer receives visits from specialized veterinarians. This is also the case in the pig sector and the veal calf industry, with its farm health plan. The samples taken by the vets are tested by specialized laboratories. All of these samples and the test results are recorded, and feedback on the data is given to the farmers or abattoirs. This gives a permanent picture of the health status of the Dutch livestock population and the reliability and safety of the products. Feed has an important influence on the health of the animals. The Netherlands has a well-structured animal feed sector. The feed consists of healthy raw materials of known composition and origin. The GMP Plus logo shows the feed is of controlled quality. Finally, the transport of animals is also a factor in their health. The Dutch pig industry has a unique contact structure, which keeps the spread of diseases between farms to a minimum. Thanks to the efficient traceability system, any disease that does occur can be tracked down quickly. In addition, the lorries used to transport animals are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected after each use. This is another measure that prevents any spread of disease. Cleaning and disinfection are carried out wherever animals are loaded and unloaded. Besides their health, the welfare of the animals is also important. In the veal calf industry, the animals are kept in groups in accordance with their herd behavior. Adequate lighting, ventilation, and space in the calf shed, together with good quality feed and drink, are also important for welfare. In poultry houses, ventilation and litter quality are the main factors affecting animal welfare. The birds in this house are able to go outside. In the pig sector, recent years have seen increasing improvements in the promotion of the welfare of the animals. On this farm, which breeds piglets, the sows are kept in group housing. The animals live in a bed of straw. On this fattening farm, the young piglets are kept together in groups. Each time the animals are found to have grown, they are moved to a part of the house where they have more space. Welfare and health factors also play a role in the transport of livestock. Healthy animals leaving a farm should also arrive healthy and in good condition. For that reason, lorries used to transport livestock are constantly being improved. The Netherlands is proud of its position in the world of livestock, meat, poultry meat, and eggs. It owes its position to the confidence of its many importing countries. That confidence is based on its tracking and tracing system, its inspections, and its guarantees. Be it in the area of quality, food safety, animal health, or animal welfare, all sectors operate in a similar manner. Once a system has proven itself, the improvement is adopted in other sectors. That's how it works in the Netherlands. Behind every code on the packaging is a transparent system, which safeguards concern for humans and animals from stage to stage. This is how the Netherlands ensures controlled quality.